Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
Should have let that seared bastard walk away. Ain't no victory if it's owed to collateral damage.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near-present and future calculations. An ongoing prolongation of existence advisory remains in effect for all presently transit.
Who doesn't appreciate a good...
Utmost caution is highly urged. Refugees and travelers report targeted ambushment by desperate pharmaceutical-addled, chemically dehanced societal cast-offs who have succumbed to a life of pilferage and plunder. Auntie's Choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands. And although a ceasefire exists, a healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Newly introduced invasive species deposited here by Auntie's Choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times whilst peregrinating outside inhabited areas. Those choosing to heed said forewarnings are predicted to have a 14.7% higher chance of survival.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Like parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Nine three nine. You, already. You were supposed to take at least twice as long to deal with the hostages. Is there anything more grating than a guest who arrives earlier than expected?
How many numbers am
You mean you ignored them entirely? But that would mean... No. You're an Earth Directorate agent. Such callousness, it's outside the scope of your heroic index. Architect, preserve me. This wasn't supposed to happen. The hostages were intended to delay you, not actually die. And this, after you already slaughtered Clemens and Svoboda. Void it all. Do you even know what you've done? Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides! No. No matter. Augustine already has the coordinates for the peace talks. I will simply have to deal with you before transmitting the rest of the station's security protocols. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine the location of the talks, but all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse, though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. Maybe. I have no more predictions to offer. Now or ever. What a fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine he would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. What is this? Have you lost sight of our mission? Our end goal? Or has your void-damned arrogance blinded you entirely? This greater tranquility substation nonsense. If all you have to show for your supposed expertise is the location of the peace talks, then I suppose we'll just have to prepare ourselves for the bloody fight ahead. It was going to be hard enough without Clemens' explosives. And now, without those codes, we'll have dragoons to contend with as well. Consider this an order to proceed with our contingency plan. I don't care what you have to do, but ensuring our survival and the success of this mission is all that matters now.
Structurally compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
Leftover spratwurst, wilted lettuce, spoiled mayonnaise? Don't eat yesterday's sandwich. Instead, enjoy Cultured Banquet, a 100% fabricated meal, the consummation of consumption.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A, be like the Minus operator. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Off to the peace talks, then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon, that is, Seer Wiley. I'm greatly relieved to hear it. Did he mention me at all? I'm saddened he felt that way. I also can't argue he's wrong. I'm sure you also think me to blame for all of this. But you have to understand my position. How ill-equipped all in the Order are for this new world. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance. Myself especially. Education takes time. And that is the one thing the Order does not seem to have in abundance these days. Still, I take your meaning. We must do better. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable as the business was. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Tired of vacuously untrue statements with their unsatisfying antecedents?
That's why Wiley Zilk
At the
spared him?
order of the
Because the
ascendant,
seer already predicted this would be his fate?
and necessary.
Hey,
Your
but
positive outlook.
Roger always said he wanted his body donated to the Order if it'd help advance the plan. I'm sure this wasn't...
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of it.
I'm going to lend a hand at the exclusion zone. Detect the injury.
Not worry when things become complicated. You went to school and studied, then matriculated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity. In the face of a social complexity.
I feel we should talk.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let DeVries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan.
Stakes are high. If DeVries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that. I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Passar took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Some of the station's security automechanicals may also be operable and may attack both your team and hers, Commander.
No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary.
I almost pity the poor bastards.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
You can handle it if you stay
Careful now. You sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
Tested by the Department of Predictive Analysis.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have.
Consistency
someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I don't envy anyone in the Order's janitorial sciences. They're gonna have a hell of a time scraping him off the walls, and the floors, and the ceiling. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, but DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that nowadays. With you around, that is. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out. It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out.
Look at that rift. It's making my skin buzz, even in here.
Ship seems out of place here. Worth a once-over.
I Every moment we linger in this shell of a place, we're giving DeVries that much more time to enact her plans. I'd rather we move on.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. That said, it is deeply regrettable that matters on Golden Ridge have not been resolved. But I will now graciously allow the Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders the floor.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow councilors...
This sort of satellite is new.
But we are here in
Is
good
it
faith.
Earth
Peace
tech?
between us will allow
How
us
did
to
it get
contend
out
with
here?
the rifts. The true threat.
Damn, locked. Why can't our work ever be easy? Ought to keep moving, Commander. Ought to keep moving, Commander.
Cadre, protect the console at all costs. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. What? No, I don't. Or maybe I do, if that's what it'll take to stop you. I won't underestimate you like those folk at the monastery did. I'll be vindicated in the end.
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get DeVries' plans out of him.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast. No, please don't. I mean to say, if I cannot stand strong in body, I will do so in heart. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. No, please. I don't wish to be ground to bits by decrepit machinery. Cadre, lower your weapons. Quickly now. We surrender. Agent DeVries' plans are on the console behind me. You can look, it's all there. Another team is in the chamber ahead, fighting off the station's auto-mechanical defenses. They are to secure the station while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. So you may have quite the fight on your hands. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. Now, with your leave, we'll make our retreat.
If only all our foes yielded so easily. Let's review the data, shall we?
For all of the Protectorate's ills, they sure know how to build things that last.
Sovereign is regarded as being...
I'd bet bits to Borstwurst. That's going to need a new fuse.
If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping redworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion? If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested. But his advisor, the Consul, is not. These impulsive attacks are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous Sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the matter at hand.
Those automechs could have left a few more for us.
Mobile.
All charged up.
Proceeding to a combatant stand. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Fortification in progress.
Electrical samples failing.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate, but I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folk living in fear between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
once more to Golden Reef. Our troops still demand answers for the unprovoked attack on Outpost Opportunity. What will you do to resolve this?
Firstly, I'd like to reestablish that we, the Order, did not attack. A rogue proctor by the name of Svoboda did. Her dastardly plot and still went promptly executed.
So the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Countless brutal murders at the hands of a seer, was it? How was he not stopped?
The carnage was counted and thoroughly documented, I assure you. What's more, the culprit has turned himself in for rigorous rehabilitation. And ethics do not appreciate in situations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your... According to my analysis, neither of our parties has enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quick predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this war worth my
to
while?
exchange wares. Searching my records. Yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends. But I do not have eyes. Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
That's a lot of supplies left unattended. Could be worth a quick look over.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance,
Hostilities are afoot.
within the next month, we would be returned within days.
I'll handle this. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
You see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business. Where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Keep moving, Commander.
Let's concentrate on finding DeVries. Talk later.
Ought to keep moving,
Let's
Commander.
concentrate on finding Freeze. Talk later. Heads up. Snipers. Unless that corpse shot itself in the head from a great distance. Hostilities are afoot.
Go no further, infidel. His next shot will
I'm back and scared.
I can hear you, scamper.
Commander.
I can hear you, scamper.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
What are you doing down there? Giving up?
Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander. Brass jingling. All
I
charged
can
up.
hear you scampering around. What are you doing down there? Oh, have you given up?
See ya. I'd do it for you.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. Huh? Have you given up? What are you doing down there?
Investigating hostile intentions.
What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
Have you given up?
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Have you given up? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. Contact established. What are you doing down there?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Engaging extraneous factor. What are you doing down there?
Standing by to stupefy.
Back in business.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
What are you doing down there?
Combatant scan.
Commander, you're bleeding.
Have you given up?
I would not refuse medical support.
So predictable. Scampering around.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. Refraining from a gratuitous mental crime.
Yeah.
What are you doing down there?
Look me up. I do it for you.
Investigating hostile intentions.
You'll go no further, infidel. This next shot will miss. I see you. 0.00115% increase.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Strike true.
Reviving me is strategically optimal. Climate capable of said activity. Not feasible in my current...
Strike true. I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. What are you doing down there? What are you doing down there? given up? What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. Oh, have you given up? What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. What are you doing down there? Oh, have you given up? Oh, have you given up? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. Given up?
Displaying customary intimidation.
What are you doing down there? What are you doing down there? Oh, have you given up? Scampering around. I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. What are you doing down there? Oh, have you given up? I can hear you scampering around.
Predictable.
What are you doing down there? Have you given up?
Thank you.
An alliance, and yet our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to feed a colony and better its people. Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won Protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity is what you need.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly won't downplay the powers of person.
Like sitting terror rays. Can't let DeVries make her move.
We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's Choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can see.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my plans, only for me to submit you to an untimely end, though I'd no wish to. I only did what was necessary back on Horizon Point, and I am fully prepared to do so again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data, and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. You should. We can't let Auntie's ilk obtain the prototype or the rift data from the Earth Directorate satellite. Combining them means they'd have the power to control the rifts. The Order alone should have this power. They can be trusted to close the rifts. But if they share this knowledge with Auntie's Choice, the entire galaxy's existence will be at risk. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
As a member of the Order for a few decades, I might have something to say about all that. Backing up just a moment, I'm intrigued by your layperson's grasp of Order teachings. Oh, and also your unsophisticated, though exceedingly confident attempts at reasoning.
And just who in the Void are you supposed to be? Some attention-starved initiate tricked into following the Commander here?
Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. I once held the role of head intercessor.
Oh, Law, you're... the endpoint? Just stay back. You won't stop me from doing what I must.
You believe you understand the Order, do you? Being enlisted as an outside agent is nothing compared to a lifetime devoted to contemplation and calculation. I'd suggest you have a superficial understanding at best, and thus ought to seriously reconsider your present course of action.
Ain't seen a dressing down like that since Milver Street's row with his haberdasher.
Your so-called experts were the ones who set me on this path to begin with. It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Just moments ago, you meant to kill me where I stood. What other options could there possibly be to save the Order from itself? Negotiations are shaky, it's true. But if either side is desperate enough, they'll make an appeal too good to turn down. The deaths of their envoys would sour that. If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it.
You were an Earth Directorate agent once, so you understand the need to be thorough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the Rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype Rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. Because, whether you believe it or not, you are the picture of an Earth Directorate agent. Competent, resourceful, tenacious. You always were skilled at cutting through the chaff, Commander. It's part of what makes you so effective. As for me, I've reached the limit of what I can do here. But you can still save us. And that cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here. It's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
Like this! We need to move! Now!
Follow me, quick!
That rift's expanding! Pick up the pace!
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents.
The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Welcome to Zeranium and You. A brief accounting of this crucial material.
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations.
But it's not without its dangers and lower risk.
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
Refinement and processing, from the harvesting of liquid Zeranium to
Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? This unit strongly advises against randomly pressing buttons on the astrogator, unless death is the desired outcome. Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You've also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Word. What is wrong with you? You benched me, even when you knew how important this mission was to me. And you let her live. How could you? After all the damage she's caused, after what she did to us at Horizon Point.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious...
That sort of thinking never would have slowed DeVries on the draw. I know you've your principles and all. Only wish you'd given my request to come as much consideration as you gave hers to live.
The future of nourishment is here.
Don't need your coddling. I need you to take me seriously. Believe the words I say when I say them. And while you're at it, put an end to whatever tales you've spun yourself about me. I'm not as brittle as you seem to think. I need some space for now. But I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Once I stop seeing red.
Equation.
Need some commander. Commander. Need commander. Need commander.
The spread,
Commander.
illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record. Horde, my name is...
Visiting Andy's choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically gray consultants who labor with committing to a
former
side.
supernumerary... Although that's a different version. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits.
Efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get.
The purple berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our high-plant collections. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple berry plant...
Stay in line or I'll knock you to the bottom of the org chart.
Poorly regulated interstellar. Actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Anti's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead.
Tell you about what to do.
So I will just refer them as the purple berry plant is the first thought to be shaped. Early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed, in a rare Anti's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and sort of ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated testing by Anti's Choice showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purpleberry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Anti's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP
Moment of your
eggs are
time,
found in
Commander.
every berry of an infected plant.
Remember that
Where
matter
the
on
eggs
Cloister
have
I
been
mentioned earlier?
injected
Well,
at the
since
second
we're
stage
here
of
and
the
all,
parasite.
thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but
Let's examine the PBP
20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake.
berry is eaten by a host.
Feels like high time I righted it.
Microscopic eggs inside
Now
the
I'm
berries
out and
are
about again.
exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites
For many
enter
years
their
now,
second stage
a former
as
colleague of
spiky
mine's been in a
worm-like
remote
creatures
spot
with
called Reason's
outsized
Pass
pincer-like mandibles,
on account of my
which then
decision.
proceed to feed on the host directly. ingesting tissue and blood along the entire
I try not to think about regret or remorse.
These worms are
I shut down her work.
expelled when they reach a
I was
size of
wrong.
approximately 2
Stating that out
centimeters in
loud
length.
is the furthest
And
extent of my self-castigation. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the order back on its intended path.
Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested
Inquire away.
seeds,
I may
the
even
distribution of the
respond.
plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants to spread farther.
I try to kill only when necessary. Granted, our missions mean that occurs fairly often. I assume that's in line with your thinking, too.
Mislabeled
Yes.
this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the
Yes,
purpleberry
this
plant
verbal
and
resolution thing is,
by the
well,
relationship
quite novel.
as a
I'm amazed how often it actually works.
Given
Keep
that
expecting
initial
half these hullheads to argue themselves
Is
into
it
an early
wonder that
grave.
Anti's choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all.
Are you asking me to reveal
some
details of
additional
high-level covert
casualties,
operations?
Anti's choice
For the
field
former head of the
researchers
Order? To you, an agent for another party. I doubt you're willing to offer me a thorough accounting of your past assignments. And I bet the Earth Directorate had you on all sorts of clandestine initiatives. I'm not saying never, but we only just met, dear. Trust takes
The
time.
eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling
Because
of
all the good
worms,
mathematical terms were
berries,
already
and
taken by my
most of the
predecessors?
person's gastrointestinal
Because
tract.
nothing gets past me, someone once thought, perhaps. I'm sure I don't know, dear. Whoever came up with that particular sobriquet is surely long since dead and buried.
Concerned with
Hopefully by my
upselling
hand.
unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their
May all our
antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient except possibly zero nutritional value and low growing costs. Impatient Anti's Choice Administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and
This
found
grafting is playing well with the cold.
they were all tiny
Whole damn arm's asleep.
wasteful of the edible portion of the purpleberries. So these methods
I find your proposed time
leash rejected.
unaccountably so.
Eventually,
But going any faster? Oh, hello. Cogitate your offer.
but in a history book. Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of two different...
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Salmon and tuna was found that contained a reference to anastomosis nematodes, or salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites: freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PVP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So Anti's Choice administrators were satisfied with this inept solution. Purpleberries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the colony worlds. Mindless Anti's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and
Before we head to the archive, perhaps we should entreat the Order or Anti's Choice for aid against the Protectorate defenses. Sound to be rather formidable.
In any case, Anti's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense of safety. Another reason this documentarian is grateful for our Order's fabricated nutritional foodstuffs. OAR
Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your
You have
sources.
a very non-scholarly look about you.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. This extract goes into our tea, while the flavorless sediment is used to increase the protein content of our other fine products, such as our Axiom denatured protein slabs. Let's see Auntie's Choice top that one, only from the Order of the Ascendant. Never forget, we will unlock humanity's true potential, in due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Something tells me the Order won't be keen on letting an enemy...
For that halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation. But I'll stay back, Commander. Ain't no reason to cause a scene.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah, these hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for a reason. We are at war, you might have noticed. The Oracle Laureate is our foremost seer, excluding the presiding bishop herself. He oversees the Department of Predictive Analysis, and in so doing keeps the Order on course. Indubitably, Laureate Beckett said to accommodate you as best as possible, but rules are rules. Is this some kind of test? No participants or observants are permitted to discuss Laplace's garden outside its boundaries. You'll discover all you need once inside, after ridding yourself of your problematic auxiliary, of course. Was there ambiguity in my previous warning?
Never thought you'd manage to say, reckon my beak. There's one, wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? Don't suppose it could have been more subtle in its approach, huh? By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out. If you say so. Try not to get into too much trouble without me.
This fatal attraction. This fatal
Agent, I have a message on behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar. Welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right.
Prepare for profundity. The moment's at hand for another installment of Ask a Vicar with Vicar Meg
The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview.
Oh, always eager to cover old ground around for a new student? The principal reason for our
Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs.
Bishop Ruth Bassar recognized this early. Empirical evidence was copious. We parted ways with the Protectorate just as Auntie's Choice began their invasion.
Oh, no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is.
And the matriarch's original vision, the
Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you?
They abandoned the plan.
Keep put. Much is left to come.
Feedback noted. Apologies for any perceived transgression on your schedule. May all your problems precede solutions.
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
I'm here to maintain security, not to teach you remedial calculus.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. From what I understand, Vicar Levin's continued existence is a mere side effect of whatever personal vendetta you happen to be attending to. I'm pleased he does not lie among the ranks of the dead, but I will need a more tangible effort on your part to trust you. First, the Order's artillery has long since been rendered inoperable by Protectorate attacks. Second, Newton is a heritage site, so I don't want it reduced to cinders. And third, and most importantly, that would tell me nothing of your trustworthiness. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
As was long since foreordained, that song was requested by the Department of Predictive Analysis.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted in this...
Abstract thinking and constructive illumination.
The color of space. Chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, The famous stellar cartographer Newton Odescard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a...
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force.
Would it be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation based on temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light, and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red, into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light.
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway?
Green stars.
Fly-by-night indenture.
Think easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves. But if I must, it's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that
You
is
take it fancy.
Good morning. In fact, such a composition itself would
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs.
The famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Odescard's chromospectral survey.
Well, you're in luck. Auntie's Choice is hiring outside contractors, and an Earth Directorate agent should fit the bill nicely. Well, still need to check your record, I'm afraid. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time, unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with, but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia.
42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%.
Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Library, classroom, or dormitory facilities, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the
This area is for client intake specialists only. Though I admire your go where I want attitude.
We verify before.
have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Like who? Or whom? Or such as? Well,
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Still my favorite word is choice.
It means your proof is ended.
The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
Hey, you, soldier with the, arm. I got a delivery for you. Got a delivery for an Inez Silong? That you? I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about. But I've got to ask, company policy.
Yeah, it's me, all right. Who is asking, exactly?
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you, if I could, and deliver this message. Couldn't tell you. The client paid extra for complete confidentiality and prompt delivery. As a reminder, we don't offer return to sender service unless you pay double plus expediting charges. Until next time.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
I'm sure this is impressive to someone, but not me.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something? Yeah, you dropped something.
Word to the wise. Mind your personal effects, intellectual assets, and major organs at all times.
Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped. Get me?
It's the burning sensation on everyone. Welcome to the Bottom Runger, exclusive home of the Raptidon Bite. That's what everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants to know. No, friend, I finally caught N-rays in a bottle with this one. Not sharing the secret of our success with anyone. However, you are welcome to sample a few and attempt to discern the ingredients for yourself. Not tending bar right now, but my employee here can see to your needs. Mayor Dick.
A significant number of scientists agree. Vinculum flavor drops are qualitatively advantageous.
Pleasure not doing business.
With Vinculum from the Order of the Ascendant.
Who do you think's getting this big promotion?
Hello.
Keep
And
walking.
goodbye.
This must be where the head offices are.
Whew, it's all right. Stand up top.
I see you decided to accept my invitation. Good. I do hate having to follow up. Ordinarily, reception here would detain you in a whole song and dance, but you're no common contractor.
You're my honored guest, and as such, I've informed them there's no need. I wanted to formalize my gratitude for your assistance on Greater Tranquility Station. What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. We were making progress, bumpy though it was. While making our expeditious retreat from the station, Alden and I encountered a dying man, one of the Order radicals in league with our would-be assassin DeVries. He confessed DeVries' entire plan and that he thought you must have stopped her. Thanks for that, by the way. 2 dead delegates really would have impeded negotiations. In fact, that is what I summoned you here to discuss. Some messages have indeed been sent hither and thither through back channels. Alden remains convinced an agreement can be reached, and I concur. Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing the Order and Auntie's Choice together, the profit from doing so far outweighs the risk. To begin, you'll need to gain favor with both the Order and Auntie's Choice. I expect the Order will want you to, I don't know, clap some chalkboard erasers together or something. Do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders and convince each to agree to meet and continue the negotiations. You're confident, a fine quality, at certain occupational tiers. But mind that you're not overconfident. Auntie hates grandstanding. Obviously, you will need help to smooth over any points of contention during the negotiation, which will require some verbal finesse, but worry about that step upon reaching it. Capital! As I mentioned before, you'll first need to earn an audience with the presiding bishop and our very own chief executive before this plan can go ahead. When it comes to the Order, approach their laureates. They seem to run things. On our side, work with the VPs, improve their opinion of you, and gain their trust. Oh, and you might see about improving your oratory skills in the meantime. Persuasive rhetoric will certainly be valuable during the upcoming negotiations. Certainly. Oh, answering that would come dangerously close to upward communication, which is not something we advocate in Auntie's Choice. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review or, law forbid, critique their seniors. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer, quite literally. This corporation would be adrift without her as our steady bellwether. Aren't you adorable? Next, you'll be asking me to name a time I overcame adversity in the workplace. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? To wit, I am my job, and I rather think such an esteemed position speaks for itself. If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the Esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of means and taste, the best choice is undeniably the finest gin mill on board. They tried to name a drink after me once, you know, but I refused. Too gauche. You'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade.
The way we view everything. They believe in profit above all else, while we strive for the ascendance of all humanity through the solution of the universal equation. The difference could hardly be greater. So,
Attention, morally gray outs. Hello, daring self-determinivist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. That's right, a life filled with action, adventure, riches, and romance awaits. Being an Ida will see all of your fantastical dreams come true. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price.
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie. Don't allow our banter to fool you. We are valued colleagues who, under normal circumstances, hold each other in the highest esteem.
So true. This particular effort has our nerves a bit high-strung, but we'll still exchange Spratwurst platters come the 10th day of presents for Auntie's birthday.
Well, ain't that nice? I can't quite recall the last time I got to swap gifts on a company holiday.
Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
Marvelous! Knew you could. Though do use caution. We don't know what sort of virus or brainwashing might have infected their minds. Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this? I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes. Negotiate. As in, give in to some of their demands. Won't that set a terrible precedent for others?
No, Ursula, it won't, because we won't be the ones doing it. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability. No, you misunderstand my meaning. Deniability doesn't mean we hide behind you. It means you may act outside the fundamental tenets of Auntie's Choice Society.
But you, who are not officially an Auntie's Choice employee, can do whatever you want. Anyone asks about our involvement, and we can disavow it.
Wonderful! You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
The recipe of our exclusive cocktail is our most
Primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. Colleagues, we are living in astounding yet increasingly difficult times. One need look no further than the rift intensification event. It is no great leap to hypothesize the rifts present an extinction-level threat. How fascinating. And worth noting how our Arcadian cohabitators view this energetic phenomenon. The incursive bit brokers in Auntie's Choice perceive the rifts as an exploitable resource once someone figures out how to stabilize them. No great cognitive feat to deduce that someone is us. Meanwhile, those chronic underthinkers in the Protectorate are taking their textbook propagandized approach, outwardly heralding the rifts as a portent of their vaunted paradigm, while no doubt inwardly seeking their own means to mitigate their peril. This is not idle speculation. The Protectorate is operating their own laboratory dedicated to rift research, the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center on Praetor. We remain skeptical of the Protectorate's research.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? It really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
Accredited in the fields of scientism.
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
If the Protectorate had simply included us,
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
The outset.
Why, looky here. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or are you moved by our plight?
In the interim, you may rely.
When the brass sets an impossible deadline, who do you think everybody on the floor gets mad at? When trials run late because some lab tech melted, who catches upstairs ire? See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest to help us climb the ladder. See? Can't say no to that. We tailored our pitch right to one such as yourself, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two. The third target we'll talk about after. Sort of a controversial figure around here. Consider him a concern for later. Anything else?
Gazing upon the golden spiral.
That's what we want to find out. And that whole smiling business, anybody that's secure in their place here has to have dirt on somebody. Something that we could capitalize on.
2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2.
Oh, nothing so mundane. Alcantara's cornered the market with an innovative concept. Our grand vision is, okay, wait for it. Now he's done all the work, steal his idea. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just say that we're all so looking forward to working with you. We can't wait to benefit from the fruit of your efforts. See everybody? Things are looking up already. Upper middle management, here we come.
Let's not waste each other's time.
Have a profitable day.
The Fibonacci table.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth.
Better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to...
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless, where transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music.
Overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years?
And now for some ageless wisdom from academics so in touch with today's inquisitive laypeople youth. Time for Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaysay. The charismatic mathematician is always a popular topic, to which a listener asks, what's this about the mathematician and his propensity for questionable ethics?
A bold query. Yet we do not shy from our founder's flaws. Yes, the charismatic mathematician did have feet of clay. For one, he was a prolific author of venturesome fiction early in his career. His narrative larks did not, shall we say, endure time's unkind judgment, quite like his world-shattering humanity-ascending principles. Nor did his associations with entities outside academia, which do not always benefit scientists. But come, how will the thoughts in which ascend? Let go of us.
And now you know, but no one knows everything yet. Have another inquiry about our order you're bursting to ask? Relay your query at your local predictory post-haste.
Feeling anxious about what's next? Just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Program than the Protector.
This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote function.
Freedom of choice. You. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the rigorously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Wait 20 years to to take part in public protesting, respecting your right to risk a few side effects as an early adopter.
You taught me scientific ways, even Sears did not foresee. Two heavenly bodies never had rest. Shot by fluids to 100 degrees.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly bettered through artificial means. And his choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle.
That scientism's
See that spire? That's the archive right there. The archive.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Cordial frostbite be fair.
Do not go gliding away. Stop fighting, so they say, deciding just do not
And now, the latest word on Superior Protectorate products.
For subjects of the Protectorate, every meal is a splendiferous feast that's delightfully delicious, nourishing.
I wouldn't give for a big bowl of... Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Represents the finest food, our idyllic culture.
If you say so.
Sovereign's Chosen Arcadian Tenderloin.
Each steak comes from his private stock of woolly cows, who are fed the highest quality grain and sing soothing lullabies in euphonious whispers. Prepared by the Sovereign's personal butchers and chefs.
In other societies, such a savory gastronomical marvel would only be available to so-called upper-class folk. But, not here in the Protectorate. Here, a superior way of life is shared by all.
Sovereign's Chosen Arcadian Tenderloin. Fit for the Sovereign. Made for his chosen. You!
Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
I always find I work best when undistracted. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission. Please direct any inquiries to the Artificer Laureate.
It's incredible, the Automechs and us. How they aid us and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it confounding. How our perfection is perfect. Is not.
And now, the latest word on superior protectorate products.
Fulfilling your protectorate duty shouldn't get in the way of 3 nourishful meals a day. Seek instant sustenance with Prestige Borstloaf. Only the purest natural ingredients, congealed into an appealing loaf shape. So it's ready to eat, with or without heat. Prestige Borstloaf. It's contentment in a can.
Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit...
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential Order personnel.
Smart researchers patronize the Scientician Surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically.
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the Scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me. Either you intend to buy or you intend to go without. It would be unethical for me to interfere with your decision-making process. It's there in the name, surplus. Please peruse with discernment.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
A bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since deployment.
I
honestly,
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of first bloods in the area.
I'll handle this. Would not refuse medical support.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
My dear neighbors, if I have one wish, it would be for our sovereign to bestow his wisdom at this very moment. And lo, my wish comes true. Time for another golden bestowment.
Cherished subjects, permit me this opportunity to celebrate those who does not get the attention he deserves. You know him as Consul Emery Thoreau, trusted counselor to myself and my illustrious father before me. The Consul is a paragon of wisdom and strength. And yet, when one serves as the hammer of justice, all the world must seem an aim. He believes you...
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. With 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being...
You know, you strike
Sorry
me
to
as
cut you
someone
off,
with a
but I'm
very
encumbered
small
with
volume
various
of published
concerns
work.
of the existential variety.
His flaws, of course, for none who lack the matriarch's blood can match
You okay?
acid
Seem off by a few decimal points.
and impeccable service.
Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the sovereign.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm is perfect for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. No technological is left unscratched. Perfection is perfect. Is it not? How we prevail, us above all else who fail. Success is really the only option. I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are the best.
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Please don't take me on a co-tangent. Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and studious. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNEX is likely inserting out the resistance model.
Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection.
What do you think those Protectorate subjects are doing over there?
Probably genuflecting.
I have many solutions, but none for your problems. Try to look at this.
How they aid us and never make a fuss. Our quality is astounding. Outside of sight is confounding. Our perfection is perfect. Is it not? Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect thoughts and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection.
Sir,
The extra food drop has landed somewhere off target over in order territory.
Exactly where I wanted it. They act all high.
Schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me.
Peddle your wares elsewhere.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Zealous greetings. Everyone's neighbor Prudence is here to anticipate your questions.
How about I do my job and use you? Whatever.
What news of Praetor?
Ah, such an astute question, Prudence. Our precious peril-laden moon is out of sight, but never out of mind. Its fate fully guided by the Paradigm. Praetor is home to our glorious heavy industries, producing essential materials, leaving Eden unspoiled by industrial waste.
Naturally, our adversaries conspire to seize our means of production. The traitorous order managed only a paltry presence on Praetor, certainly no threat to us. While the self-indulgers in Auntie's Choice have the gall to believe they've established a beachhead, they live and breathe hyperbole. All they claimed were 2 factories. Too bad for them. Those facilities were decommissioned, no longer of use to us. We let the corporate gluttons take them so we could blunt their advance. Bottle them up.
Our tactics are so perfect, Prudence. We can exterminate Auntie's troops at our leisure. Certainly they'll never touch our true high-value facilities, such as our auto mechanicals, where auto mechanicals build auto mechanicals to protect and serve all subjects, so our hands remain uncalloused by labor.
You neglected to mention our advanced Praetor labs. Such wondrous facilities. Our interstitial reconfiguration center fills me with such pride.
Me as well, Prudence. What's that place do?
Oh, spare it no thought. It's simply a lab for studying natural phenomena. You know, space rifts and the like, bringing them into alignment with the Paradigm.
Of course, no need to say more. Our society remains perfect, bountiful, without care or want. To think otherwise is unthinkable. Well then, moving on.
Long ago, the matriarch devised the Paradigm Plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Reason's path is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado.
Resorting to violence. Go for torpification.
First, it was Auntie's Choice, then the Protectorate. After that, some damned
Target analyzed. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Back and scan.
That's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles.
Got a spark bug in your bonnet? Don't think. Drink. Tribute liqueur blankets the mind with soothing numbness you'll feel from load to load. And unfortunately impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to RMX after arriving.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals.
Marisol.
As Eden offers a plenitude
I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Our paradigm is ironclad.
Yes, this is my colleague who assisted me in a matter regarding a conspiracy by a cabal. It was all rather involved. My identity became revealed after I'd been undercover for a considerable time.
You were flushed out? What other low-probability events have occurred since... Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anaïs Bujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Sir Anaïs Bujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
Quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume peak efficiency. You're the center of our system.
Yes.
You're what fuels
With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order needlessly, heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly.
A simple people so whole to be right and unbreakable.
Hold on. Did you?
That is our
You continued your research. On your own.
I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending.
side by side.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Subjects, grab your pitchball sticks and meet us at the line of scrummage for more vigor enhancement from the robustness routine
I
of the Eden.
understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable.
Spiritedly, flail like everybody's watching. No rest for the wobbly.
Comes with the job, I'm afraid. Never becomes easier. Anaïs, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Poof. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Anti's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
Fellows, stay clear of the penalty bucket.
Now, on to other matters. More music.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Perhaps we'll see each other again sometime. Yes, should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items.
We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. And worry-free as one big family. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Old is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We thought and worry-free as one big family. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers. Support the sovereign vision, no need for your decision. So we're finally free and we're feeling proud. Now that we can boldly speak, say aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day. Bumbling along, even if we've got the other day. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Because we're free. One body, we're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Because we're free. As one big family, we're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Red Cloak, our hero was betrayed and whisked to the consumerist den of Auntie's Choice, strapped to their brutal brand loyalizer. Will she survive Auntie's barbaric imitation of our perfect mental refreshment process? Thrill to her daring display of defiance in Episode 3, Brand Disloyalty.
Any final words about your precious perfect community or your sovereign paradigm as such before we flip on the loyalizer and Red Cloak? What gibberish are you spouting?
We in the Protectorate speak as if everyone is listening, everywhere and always. From our zealous rook sprats up to our
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Well, this ought to change your tune. Lower managers, activate the brand loyalizer. like she should be screaming. The machine is operational, right?
But are you asking me?
The loyalizer should be interposing your motivationators, churning up your base emotions, resurfacing deep-rooted inadequacies. It should be smarting something fierce right now.
Whatever you say.
Increase the loyalizer setting to 510%.
Now I'm starting to sense something. It's a bit much.
Ah! Yes! I knew the pain would penetrate your spirited facade.
No, not the pain. Not which odor. A little of that goes a long way. But when you breathe through your mouth, this contraption's actually kind of...
So, you folk just...
If you're looking to buy, head inside. Just don't cause any trouble.
Come in. Let me know if you're looking for anything in particular. Very observant. I represent Sub Rosa, a group of independent traders and merchants.
Your machine tried to break me.
That term carries such strong connotations. I prefer to think of them as hard to come by, or questionably legal goods. Making a profit? What else? War is very lucrative, especially when you can sell to both sides.
How did you do it, Red Cloak? How did you resist the Professor's Greedence galvanizers? It's temptation intensifiers.
You cannot tempt someone who already has everything.
How do you eat Purpleberry Crust? Real warriors eat it right from the box.
Times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
It's the order.
Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it.
And right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprad Crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour, not a moment too soon by the look of things, to recover Red Cloak, unspoilt by your meddling, our monetary agreement with Auntie herself.
Hey, your spy Dunning here. I'm the one who lured Red Cloak to Auntie's clutches and brokered this deal. It's a real win-win. Big payday for Auntie's choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak. You see the effects of abundance of a human brain unaddled by want or overthinking.
The deal is off. Red Cloak's resistance to the Lord...
Proceeding to attack. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Gladly. Neighbors and Auntie's choice.
You try to limit further damage, Commander.
Logic. A squared plus B squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
And so Red Cloak finds herself staring down a gun barrel brandished by her traitorous former partner. He finds himself staring down the barrels of Red Cloak's new corporate allies. Will Red Cloak defuse this standoff between Auntie and the Order? Expect the expected in the finale episode of I, Red Cloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Such an inspiring broadcast. On to other things. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
These are to have a fix on their weaknesses. Torpificator is charged. Vitals critical. Mobilizing. Combatant scanned. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Not much piques my academic curiosity these days.
This facility certainly appears intriguing.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist, picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Every day I am giving all myself in
Proceeding to attack.
I know this
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
for you. Sovereign deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. The Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him, believe you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I scope my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor.
Investigating hostile intentions. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. I'll handle this. Combatant scan.
My heart. mention his name. I know I am right. He's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Special update. Just a kindly reminder that Spirton on Cloister remains firmly under Protectorate control, held by our most spirited subjects.
This vital base is at the Archive's doorstep. Individualists or overthinkers would dream of hijacking the facility's computational services under our perpetual vigilance.
Our defenders are the pride of the Protectorate, galvanized by the sacrifices of their courageous neighbors who gave all in the Archive's retaking. Loyal subjects, join everyone's neighbor Prudence in watching Spirton's